If you are also going to attempt the board exam in 2027, then this video is for you. Stop, my dear students. You have to understand the change in exam pattern, particularly for SST here. So this is not something new, by the way. Let me tell you one important thing. This was implemented last year in the board exam of 26. But there are students who are picking up the PYQs and going into confusion then, ma'am, actually how the question paper will come. And hence this video is bought for you. Welcome on the platform Deeksha, Vedantu, and this is your SST faculty Tanvi Mam. Today we are going to talk about what is new to the exam pattern that is going to come in your 2027 board examination. So I picked this sample paper which was published in 25-26. The sample paper for this year is obviously not published up till now. It will be around the month of August, September, I guess, right? So according to the sample paper, let me tell you that last year the guideline was given by CBSE that there will be restructuring of the question paper, or what we can say pattern of SST paper. This restructuring was not only done in SST beta, also in science too. But here today we will talk only about SST. You should know once that this is the type of paper going to come in your exam rather than just blindly seeing it on the exam day. So what was done? Restructuring of sections within the exam pattern. Okay? Like if you pick up the question paper before this 2026, you will see there are sections like section A, B, C, D, E, F. But now the sections are reduced to A, B, C, D. And how it is being done, you will see. Competency based question, yeah, this is something added. So the competency based question means more analysis, more analytic application based of question. So line that is directly being picked up from the NCERT, something like this is not going to follow. But here last year I've seen a lot of students stressed about competency based question, but it is not something to be stressed of a lot. It is just that this time when we study NCERT, we should think about the analytical approach also. Next is about application based learning. Yeah, so this is something that's added. The most and the important thing what we have to discuss is this. Beta, there are 38 questions in the question paper, compulsory to do all. First thing that you have to understand it, how many questions will be there in the examination? 38 questions, right? Question paper will have 4 sections. And now think, see what happened now previously. Pay attention. Previously, the question paper came in a way that the sections were divided on the basis of mark. Like this is section A, sorry, this is section A. Then we had section B, C, D, E, F. Okay. Previously, it was divided on the basis of marks. For example, section A, all 20 MCQs were in the section A itself. Right? Then we had B section with 2 marker type of questions. How many questions? 2 marker type of questions. C, that is 3 marker type of question. 3 marker type of question. D with basically this was case based question. Okay, case based question. Section E dealt with 5 marker question, and section F, the last one, for map based question. This was the structure and the pattern of exam that was followed up till 2025 board exam. 2025 board exam. But last year this new change has been brought to us, in which the sections are divided not only on the basis of marks, rather on the basis of subjects. For example, section A is allotted to history, in which all the questions, MCQs, 2 marker, 3 marker, case based, 5 marker and map work are put together in this section. Then we have another section, that is section B, geography, section C, political science, and D. So basically we have 4 sections, section A, B, C and D. And this is something new that is added in the what? Paper pattern. 20 marks are allotted to each of the pattern of section. Like section A, which is history, contains 20 marks, same as with geography, same with this political science and economic. Each section contains these things which I just told you, MCQ, okay, multiple choice type of questions, very short. For a 2-marker question we call it very short questions that are 3 marks questions, long question again 5-mark question, case based question there will be 3 in number containing 4 marks, okay, each, and as well as the map work. Now map work will come from 2 sections beta. 2 marks map work will be covered from history and the rest 3 marks comes from geography, right? The rest 3 marks comes from geography. Pay attention to this. Okay, one more important thing that CBSE has mentioned this time, which we have to understand and focus on. And what is that, students? See, the word limit is also provided to you. Many times what happens, either the students write less than the requirement or more than the requirement, and there will be mark deduction, and they will come and say, ma'am, our teacher deducted the mark in school and this and that, we did not get the marks as expected. So to avoid that situation beta, let's stick to the word limit, which is actually given to us by CBSE only. Okay, so a question that carries 2 marks each should not exceed the word limit of 40 words. A question that carries 3 marks should not exceed the word limit of 60 words. Pay attention, not less than required, not more than required. For a 5-marker question, we should not exceed the word limit of 120 marks. Even here, we have the detail of case-based question also beta. In a case-based question, there are 3 questions, 2 stands for 1 mark and the another one for 2 mark. So here you should keep in mind that your word limit is not exceeding beyond 100 words. Okay, map based questions are for 5 marks. So this is the exam pattern. Now this is again the sample paper. This is again the sample paper of last year, which actually tells us how the question paper pattern will be followed in the board examination of 2027. So see, this is the paper, social science sample paper. Okay, it will start with all the general instructions. I was about to say general election and SST teacher for obvious. So there is section A for history beta, 20 marks. So it will start with an MCQ number 1. Second is again an MCQ. Third again MCQ, fourth again an MCQ, 4 questions MCQ. See, the 5th question here stands for 2 marks. So everything is mixed. History section starts with MCQ, 2-marker question. We have one 3-marker question. We again have one 5-marker, one case-based question, and this is map work. And this is map work. Once you are completely done with section A, beta, then you have section B, that is for geography. Again, they are starting from MCQs. After MCQs, you have lot of questions like a 2-marker question, a 5-marker question, a case-based questions, and map skill-based questions in what? Geography too. Now pay attention, the same method continues for political science as well as economics too. What you need to have your focus on here beta, you need to have your focus on one thing, that is beta, do not mix the questions. Do not mix the questions in different sections. For example, you are writing what? Section A. ठीक है, if you are writing section A, you have to write the answer of section A in section A itself. Like previously what students were doing here, majorly what beta, that they starts with section A, that is MCQ, right? And if they don't know the question number 10 and the question number 11, they can write it in the last page. But this time you have to focus on this beta. If you are writing section A, all the answers of the section A should be listed in the section A itself. Right? It's being clearly written by CBSE in a circular that if you are mixing the answers in different sections, you're writing the answers in different sections, marks will be deducted and it will not be entertained in rechecking. So this is how the sample paper is for SST, and this is how the pattern has changed, which was implemented last year. You can talk to your seniors and understand that was it helpful or not. I just made this video in the starting of the class 10 session in the month of July. Why? Because I want to understand you the pattern so that you start preparing from today. But one thing that you need to keep in mind that yes, whenever there is a change in pattern, it makes students difficult. Now you might be thinking, ma'am, the question numbers are same, the syllabus is same. Yes, but the mind that was used by you in writing a paper particularly in a manner is change. So we have to practice for that. Okay? For practice, the best method is to pick up the question paper of 2026 first, try to solve it, and then whenever you give your half yearly, your pre-boards, you will have at least prepared, you will at least saw the paper once. Okay? Rest, if any such practice sessions comes in my mind or I will be sharing it with you. So start practicing it from today, and hopefully this video helped you a lot. In case you need any guidance for SST, any help for SST, feel free to ask in the comment section. I will be there throughout your class 10 journey, and we are going to rock in 2027 board examination for sure. Promise me that. Bye-bye.